Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I got another CGC unboxing. This is the second time I did the video. This first time I just went run on and just kept talking, so I'm going to try to be keeping it more brief here. The box is off camera. It's a big box. I can show you real quick. I'll lift it up. Box is right here. You can see the fragile thing. Anyway, let's get started. There's a lot of books in here. So, sorry. It's a little heavy. Alright, so here's the first one. Showcase 60. Thought this was going to be 9.2 and it ended up being 8.0. So man, I was really off on this one, but you can kind of see from the reflection how glossy and vibrant it is. There's a little bit of denting there. I think maybe they got me for that. And the back cover has a crease too, in that area. Yeah, see it right there. So maybe I should have worked on that a little bit, but I don't know. I'm new to this whole submitting stuff, so I do press certain books, but like I don't know. I gotta get better at knowing what to press and what doesn't need to be pressed. You know, because sometimes I don't press stuff and I probably should, but we'll figure it out eventually. I'm learning. Fantastic Four 50 8.0 off-white. Bought that raw a long time ago as a near mint, believe it or not. So, and I knew it was very fine when I got it because I wrote that in the feedback. Yeah, I guess I was obnoxious a little bit, but you know. Anyway, it's still a nice book. So here's an X-Men number 14 and 7.0. I actually did press this one. It was already nice to begin with, but it had some stuff on the back cover that needed to be pressed down. You know, just like light bends or creases. And there's a stain back on the bottom there, which hurt it pretty bad because it's a pretty decent sized stain. But yeah, 7 for that book, not bad. It's the first Sentinels. I think I had white pages too. I don't know. I put it away too quick. So here's Fantastic Four 45, the 7.5 first Inhumans. Nice book. I thought this was going to come back an 8, but 7.5 is fine. Pretty close to what I had it at. Alright, then we have House of Secrets 92. Thought this was going to come back at 5. I got me a 5.5. I don't know why I thought it was a 5. I guess because of all the wear on the edge there. But it's pretty nice other than that. The back is great. The back is like flawless. But don't nobody care about the back, right? So yeah, this one used to be PGX book, and it was also 5.5 in the PGX slab when it was graded. So I've actually had decent luck on some of my PGX books, believe it or not, but others I've really struck out on. So you're kind of risking it when you buy PGX, but I guess you can risk it when you buy any slab. So here's Beware number 11. Got this raw from, there used to be a comic shop called Missouri Comics, I think it was called. They used to sell records too. I used to buy a lot of books from there. I got this from there. I think I got this for like $100 back in the day. Yeah, big staining on the back cover. It's got slightly brittle pages. They're not brittle to the point that they're gonna detach or nothing. They're just like really thinned out. You know, so if that's the type of brittle you probably want if you're gonna have brittle. In my opinion, at least. I don't like the ones that you turn the page and the freaking page rips. And believe it or not, I do have some books like that, so it's kind of let down when that happens. Especially when they're not advertised as Braille pages and you get them and the page rips when you turn it. Here's Fantastic Four number 49. This one came back at 5.5. And I thought this was going to be a 4. It just has certain defects that I thought would maybe keep it from being higher. But I guess that the rest of the book was nice enough that those defects did not punish it as much. So, yeah, cool book. I think I paid around, I don't want to tell people what I paid. I don't want to piss people off, but I got it really cheap a long time ago. My bad. I guess telling people what you paid for stuff if you get a good deal might rub people the wrong way. Anyway, here's a Startling Terror Tales number 10. This one is another PGX crack and submit. Well, crack, clean, and submit. So I cleaned the front and the back. And this one I kind of had an idea that it was either going to be coming back the same grade or higher, because it looked way nicer after I cleaned it. Like, way nicer. So it was originally a 5.5 PGX. I cracked it and I cleaned the back cover pretty extensively. I mean, this back cover looked like a whole shade darker before. So it was covered in dirt, and then the dirt for like where all the spine stresses were, the dirt made them look like almost like they were like brittle or something. So when I cleaned it off, it looks great, and I got a nice little grade bump on it. So yes sir, can't beat that. What a bat. And then we got some more stuff coming. Weird Science 16 classic Wallywood Mars Attacks type thing going on here. I mean, that's what the rumor is, that Mars Attacks was kind of like based off of this artwork here. So found this one. I remember, I think this was a book I found in the morning, early one morning. I was like looking on eBay, and it was like newly listed, and I had to buy it now for like 100. Sorry, I'm telling people what I paid again. Well, anyway, I had to buy it now for $100, and I just snatched it up. And I actually asked the person to ship it in a box, and thank God it got to me safe. Because they shipped it in, like, they took a box and they didn't even like put the box together. They just kept it flat and like taped around the edges. Like, come on. I was like, I'll pay extra for it, but thank God it got to me safe. So he, and I did that because it didn't seem like a comic seller. It was like somebody who doesn't normally sell comics, so you got to kind of tell them how to ship stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even normal comic sellers, sometimes don't know what the hell they're doing shipping. So yeah, here's Tales from the Crypt number 46. We got 4.0 on that. Thought that would be a 5. So a lot of these mid grades, like dead center mid grades, I was off by a little bit here, up and down. So I gotta work on that, I guess. My skills of grading. Oh, this moves around in there a little bit. It's like moving forward. I guess because the slab's so thick. Whatever. Have to look at that more. Anyway, this is annual 1 of Journey into Mystery. 6.5. I thought this was going to be 7. It's got white pages. And it's a pretty nice looking book. The spine looks good too. Yeah, there's some little indents and stuff. I didn't press this one either because I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't know how to press square bounds. I think I have an idea now and I'm gonna start practicing, but you know, I didn't even want to risk it. So alright. Here is Space Adventures 12. Another one I had a 5.0 on and I got a 4.5. So yes, 5.0 is my unlucky grade. They got me for this weird substance on the edge there. I don't know what the hell it is. I tried to clean it off. I couldn't get it off. Maybe there's a way to. I don't know. There's some tears and stuff on the back cover. Dirt, creases, somewhere, you know. So I got a good 4.5 on that. I'm fine with that. This is a pretty rare book and pretty sought after. People like that cover. I like the cover. Steve Ditko. And then we got another one that I had a 5 on, and I got a 4.5. So if I ever grade something and I say it's a 5.0, that means it's either a 4.5 or it could be a 5.5, but it ain't no 5.0 because I get it wrong every time. Sorry, I'm rambling. Press this one. Cleaned and pressed this one. This one wrinkled as hell. I mean, you can still see wrinkles and stuff on it, but at least it's flat now. And here's the back cover. It's got some tears on it. And one on the edge there by her dress, and then on the top there's some stuff going on. But 4.5, not a bad grade for this. Bought that off that Anthony's Comic Art, I think is the name of the guy. He's got an eBay store. I think he's been on either the Comic Book Guys or whatever it was called, or Pawn Stars, one of them. I think it was the comic book show, the Kevin Smith show or whatever. I think he was on that. But I think he graded that as a 5.5, so yeah, he was off too. I was closer than he was. or not, maybe it's not him, but you know, the people who work for him. I'm sure he could probably get the grade right if he graded it. Or at least, you know what, could be, it could send it to a different grader and get a whole different grade, you don't know. It's the luck of the draw, I guess. Alright guys, we're getting there, There's a couple books left. Here's X-Men 49, First Polaris, and this one is beautiful, man. I didn't press it. It's got defects that can be pressed out, and I seen them. I just didn't want to touch this book because it looks so nice. It got a 7 on it, so I could possibly get a grade bump if I pressed it, but it ain't going nowhere right now, so 7 it is. Or maybe 7's the max it gets. We'll have to look at the defects and just calculate. I got a lot of 7's in this haul for some, in this submission on my Silver Age stuff for some reason. So here's Lois Lane 70 with a 7. And this one I had at a, what was it, 8.5 I thought it was. Maybe I was a little optimistic, but I mean, look at this back cover. I mean, it's fucking perfect. Sorry, didn't mean to curse. It's perfect. And then front cover got a little bit of wear in the spine there, color rub right there by the cattail, and there's some creasing in the very bottom there under the penguin banner. But other than that, it's a pretty nice copy. And that's the first Silver Age Catwoman. And then we have a Tales to Astonish. We got the rare grade above 7. So this is an 8.5. Thought this was going to be a 9.2, but I guess I missed some defects or something. I think there was some creases on the cover that are small, like 1/2-inch creases in certain spots. And the spine, I think, had some small ticks. But I mean, this thing is glossy and beautiful, pretty sharp looking in my opinion. And this one I actually got a lot. I remember back in the earlier days of eBay, about 3-book lot. It was 90, 91, and 92. So I still have all 3 of them. And 92 is a high grade too, but I don't think it's worth that much. It might be worth 200 and like a 8.5 or near mint or something. So I might press it and grade it because it has this weird indent on the back cover from something being like pressed into it. Maybe it was in a stack and it had like a little something that was sitting on top of it. So here's sorry for getting so close. 15, Spider-Man 15. And this one I pressed and cleaned, And this one, the cleaning really helped it out. The bottom of the cover was really dirty, and I got it really clean. It had like some kind of black, I don't know, sediment or something on there. Came right off though, really easily. It's got this kind of waviness going on there. As you can see, I didn't do the greatest job pressing it, but you know, I didn't add any moisture or nothing. I just press it as is, and that was my bad. I probably should have added moisture. That probably would have taken care of that. But I think this is probably the max grade this book could have gotten, because it has some other problems with it. There's a tear up here on the spine, a little tear up in there, and then a crease that goes into here. Well, it's like part tear, part crease. It's like a tear into a crease. So, very nice displaying book though, for sure. And that one, I had it a 5.0, I think. So I was jumping for joy when I saw that grade. A big difference, you know. And this one, I was yelling, screaming, why? But I looked at the grader's notes. If you look at this, you know this thing is beautiful, sharp, perfect, no spine ticks, no corner creases, nothing. But you know what's wrong with it? I'll show you the back. And I'll tell you, and this will be a valuable lesson. And I know it was for me, because I wasted a lot of money getting this book graded. So, I don't have them on me. I should have brought one down here. But there's these, I'll talk about it while I'm showing the other books actually. There's these clear backer boards, not the Comic Skin brand, the other brand, I forget what they're called, like Comic Line Pro I think they're called. Those ones, I got a batch of them in one time, because I used to use those on a couple books. Got a batch of them in one time that were slightly bowed, and I believe I had that book on one of those boards. They're the thinner ones. They have like a thicker and a thinner one, like different mill sizes or whatever. And it actually warped the spine and caused rippling because of that board I had it in. So I need to probably crack that and fix all that. And that book could probably be a 9.6 with a press. Grader's notes, only thing that was on there, warping spine and rippling. So there's I think I had this one at a 6, so I got a 5.5 on it. I just cleaned it, I didn't press it, didn't really need a press. Back cover is nice and white. There's a stain on the spine right underneath the price box. It's a pretty decent sized stain. So I think when I was grading it, I probably should have thought about that stain a little bit more in my grading. I mean, I was close. I said 6. And then here's the last book. Sorry for this video was so long. It's just a big submission here. So here's The Crow, number 1, 9.0, white pages. Another book I did not press. You can see there's a couple gouges in there. See them there. Another one there. I just wasn't having a lot of success pressing stuff out, like little gouges like that out. So I don't know, I didn't even try. I probably should have. But it's got other color breaking, like light, very light spine tick type things. So I don't know, man. Like with those spine ticks, if I got those flattened out, maybe it could be boosted up. I don't know. Maybe I should have pressed it, but I'm so happy with it. It looks nice. It's a 9. It's a pretty rare book, first print. Anyway, it's my whole submission, and I'm gonna work on a couple more. I want to get a modern and a economy submission together. Probably do 25 of each. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Later, guys.